Holy shit, you won't believe this one. This happened in Sarasota, Florida. I believe it was last year. This officer needs to be taken care of in prison. Hopefully he will be.
It would be nice to have somebody who wore this uniform for 18 years to be forthright and give us the truth. But he's a criminal.
From trusted deputy to attempted murder suspect, the intricate scheme this lawman is accused of hatching against a 79-year-old woman and his history of breaking the rules that we've uncovered. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jameis Dewar.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, the Sarasota County Sheriff calling one of his own a disgrace. A nearly 20-year veteran of the Sheriff's Office now in jail for attempted murder and exploiting a 79-year-old woman.
Carson Chambers is live outside the Sarasota County Jail with the way the sheriff says the deputy planned to make the murder look like a suicide. Carson?
Right. The sheriff says that Frankie Bybee was an on-duty deputy at the time, and he was called out to this woman's home back in October to help her. Then the sheriff says he took advantage of her financially and even tried to kill her.
Oh my gosh.
Her story had neighbors in disbelief.
She said just basically that the man tried to kill her, and that was it. And I said, well, I really couldn't believe it.
A 79-year-old Sarasota woman taken advantage of, almost murdered, according to the sheriff, by a veteran deputy.
She's been in very bad health in the last couple of years.
Sarasota Sheriff Tom Knight says Frankie Bybee was a deputy, a detective for 18 years. Tonight, he's being held on almost $2 million bond for trying to kill Marcia Soul inside her own home.
Bybee mounted the victim and, while holding her down, forced prescription medication into her mouth. The victim lost consciousness, and when she awoke, she summoned help. It was determined that her home was filled with carbon monoxide after the internal door to her garage was left open and her car was left running.
Bybee stared a hole in the carpet when he came before a judge this afternoon.
He has substantial ties to the community, his family, his wife, his children. He has a home.
Sheriff Knight says Bybee befriended the elderly woman back in October when called to her house on duty. That he started forging checks in her name to himself and his 3 kids, more than $65,000 worth. Even got rid of her dog in a Craigslist ad when she was hospitalized.
He's a criminal, and he's acting like a criminal. And so thus he gets arrested and treated like a criminal.
Bybee was placed on administrative leave on January 9th after Soul filed a harassment complaint against him. But the sheriff says he returned to her home days later and tried to fake her suicide. And Bybee has been the subject of 5 internal investigative complaints. He was actually reprimanded, and one of them for lying to his superiors. And the sheriff says he will now be fired. Live in Sarasota, I'm Carson Chambers, ABC Action News.
The Chinese Communist Party, or CC.
Those Florida prisoners, they're gonna think he's got a purty mouth. Spitting cobra. I'm out.